I'm one of the few lucky people who got a chance to find their ikigai at an early stage of their life. You know, what I love is greenery. My passion is greenery, my mission is greenery. What I am good at is greenery. What the world needs is greenery. And everything that is related to is greenery. My journey started, as I remember, I used to follow my grandfather, and I was a shadow in the garden. I would agree, disagree, fight, and finally I used to win because I never killed a plant. Whenever he used to go outside for vacation or something, I would change the whole design of the garden. I would uproot the plants, put them in new place, and after that we used to have an argument, but he always failed to convince me because I never killed a plant. And I always used to like asymmetric design, whereas he wanted to have a symmetry. So, right from there it started. I started with tree transplantation and all that. All that I learned was in my own garden. As a student, kids will study on their tables, study table and all that. But I would do it on the top of the tree 30 feet above, like a Mowgli. The moment I reach home, I would throw my school bag, climb the guava tree, satisfy myself. Then I will climb to, they were all orchard around. They were my friends, basically. So for all my chat, watching people, watching road, guava was my friend. Then I would gradually reach my jamun tree through mangoes and other trees. On the top of jamun, that was the place where I would study. I was blessed that tree had 5-6 branches, and they were placed in such a way that I was able to use it as a footrest, use it as a tabletop, then for bag, for seat, everywhere. I would take my shabnam, a small bag, and climb the tree. That was also my kind of I would say, rescue place when my brother would follow me furiously. Nobody was able to climb a 30 feet tall tree. I would just take my place, and I used to rescue myself from my brother. So that was my best mate. Okay. Then nature was my first teacher. When working with my grandfather, he told me when a particular pest will come. And I used to cover all those mangoes, pomegranate, guavas, with paper bags, so that the flies don't come, they don't lay their eggs, and we get a larva-free guava. And all this actually was taught by nature to me. Then I never used to spend my money on anything else but for buying plant. And also Saturday I used to have a fundraising with my sister, my brother, father, everybody, and I will make sure that I buy a plant every weekend. And that time plants were this thing. I would walk one stage stop while coming from school and save 5 paisa. And that used to, at the end of the week, I used to have something like 30 paisa or something like that, and then fundraising used to start. So that was how I started. But immediately after 12th standard, when in a small nursery which I created, there was a snake, and my mom told either you or snake. So finally I got a chance in my friend's society. I started my commercial venture at that point of time. And then it kept on growing, nursery kept growing. I have a family business of a machine shop. We make fill pack machines and all that. So, my duty was on the tree or on the cricket ground or in the workshop. And I would learn everything, whatever that I can get from there, each of this. There was a time when I got a chance to participate in one rose show, an exhibition for this thing. In first 3 hours, I was sold off. Then I started I went to my one nursery from where I used to buy plant, and he was very happy about my knowledge. So I went to him, and with whatever money I had, 600 rupees in my hand, and I told him that, sir, I have this much, but I have a stall which is vacant. I need to sell something, give me something. He asked me one weird thing, that go and get those plants from there. That was all a bird and all that. But I was inspired student. That time I was student. I just jumped into it. I brought those 10 plants. He had so many people working there. But still he asked me. I went and brought them. 15, 20 years after I got married to Anuradha, when I went to make him, that time he told my wife that I knew Pradeep. He doesn't know how I have taken his exam. But I had asked him to take plants from that mud, which no young boy will go and do it. His shoes were good. But without thinking anything, he just went there and got all the 10 plants. Maybe three times I went to get them. So this is how he checked how inspired I am, how devoted I am to this greenery. And he just gave us material. He said, after you finish your exhibition, you can come and just pay us and return the material. So that was my first commercial venture. I liked maths and stats. So first for BCom, I took statistics. But then I did MCom with accounts, costing. I did something in law. I learned taxation. By the time when I finished my taxation, there was choice what to do. I will do what I like. And then I went into greenery and I pursued my nursery. So with this, actually, George Carver, scientist, he's the one who is my role model. He started from scratch and he did quite a marvelous work. And I personally did the same way. Start with what you have, make something out of it, and never be satisfied. So the challenge was that this was unexplored idea, and we were supposed to deliver something which is in a public domain. Commuters are going to walk below that, and it was a kind of a challenge which nobody knew how to do it. Grant associates from UK developed it, developed the design and the basic geometry, and the views were shared with us. So there are 3 sizes of these bins. The biggest is as big as 27 feet and smallest is 11 feet. The biggest bell is having weight of 2,800 kg and smallest is 1,100. Then we have huge green walls over there, and recently 3 weeks back, there was a World Green Congress in Berlin. These green walls have got the prize. They designed the locations. We were instrumental in designing planting plants, giving sustainable systems, solutions, and all that. So this is around, over an acre is inside the terminal, and plus backup together is around 65,000 square feet, like 1.5 acre area. And now it is 8 months old. The clip what you are seeing is 8 months old. So you know about the sustainability. Working inside the airport is not that easy. And so this was the second green wall and Wales. This is the project we did in Dubai. I had sent team and our partners there, Planters Group. They cracked this thing. And it was done in 2020 April. But the show got delayed. But even a day before rulers, they visited and they gave us opportunity to decorate even dais that was there just for 5 hours. While doing this, why do we need greenery inside airport? Why do we need greenery inside our houses and all that? Basically, we have encroached all the spaces that are available on the ground. Parks are gone and parking has taken over. Similarly, we were having roofs. On the roofs, all solar panel, AC chillers, everything is coming up, even the roof is gone. So finally, we have to climb down on the walls. And they provide us quite a space to get accommodated, provide habitat to birds, insects, and create ecosystem there itself in urban habitat. So lack of space is the one issue, reason why we are trying all this. The second is light. The second challenge is about the light. In tall buildings, you don't get natural light, sunlight down. So one has to come over this problem when you are introducing this kind of greeneries. Third is skilled labor. And fourth is time. Nobody has time to do anything. So the service industry is very important. So we found that these are the four major problems. And then developing non-conventional greenery required quite a thought process, experimentation. We started with what plant really wants. We give so much to plant unnecessarily, many a times. If plant is not doing well, first thing that we will do, we will put a lot of water. But we'll never check what the real reason is. So first we have to think. You have to unlearn a lot, because the learning process is for conventional, this is non-conventional. So you really need to know what plant really wants and then learn how I can provide it. Because in our habitat, light will be less, there is no soil or there will be very less soil, because we work against gravity. So taking something on 9th floor or 21st floor is not that easy, and changing it again. So soil was another thing which required quite a research and experimentation. Root anchorage. When we do a work against the gravity, you make your soil media. This particular soil, we reduce the depth, and we actually, the plant is deprived of many things. And then we have to replenish them using different techniques. So all that we actually learned during this process. Sustainability is very important. You just saw that after 8 months, in an airport kind of situation, in the hospitals, even in the indoor gardens, near the pools, the system has to be sustainable. So understanding where I am doing the project, what is the site condition. This is about microclimate. Now we come to next thing. So media preparation, engineered media, a non-soil soil you can say, is something which the solution. So it will hold only that much water which plant wants, and also air together, so it will not get suffocated. Now something, in your your houses, you change soil every year. Just before monsoon, somebody will come, your gardener will come, they will add up humus, they will add something. What I am going to do when I am working on 12 stories, 15 stories building? I cannot do that. It will be another installation. So we have to develop a formula in which the soil doesn't change its chemical or physical properties for years to come. The system has a replacement provision in it. So if I have used any biodegrading material, then it shall get replaced by the plant itself, by either increasing root volume or by adding humus of a decayed roots. So then only it will become sustainable. Normally we understand a site, we read this, and on these parameters, we select what kind of a system is to be used. So it's about the location, indoor, outdoor, wind velocity, and all those parameters normally we check. We found solutions for different situations. So the first was a structural media, which was not existent, wherein we are able to make use pre-polymer and different ingredients, and you can create a ball or any kind of a mold and you can hang them. And this is a container-less garden. Okay, you can hang them and they stay there. You can go any height using the string. Take away maybe, take up one idea, make that one idea of your life. Think of it, dream of it, live on that idea. And of course, the quote is from Swami Vivekananda. Thank you.